shaken yet standing firm. This is Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. And now, The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Sabrina Turner.
Good morning again, and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner, and on this morning program, we put the spotlight on two companies. In the first segment, we put the spotlight and hear more about Blow Cayman after the 8 o'clock news and weather update. Then we hear about Pink Duck Publishing. The Business Buzz is brought to you and is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Give them a call, 949-6211, and also by Cayman Insurance Centre, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. Business Buzz is brought to you every Tuesday and Thursday right here on Radio Cayman from 7:30 until approximately 9 a.m. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome in studio with me Blow Cayman owner, Miss Shahini McLaughlin. Good morning and welcome to our show.
Good morning, good morning.
It's always good to see, I would say, Caymanians, especially young people like ourselves, definitely grow as entrepreneurs. And it's also encouraging and inspiring to see Caymanians as a whole and young people just excel in their businesses. And here you are. People may know you from the nail bar.
Yep.
And now we're talking about Blow Cayman.
Right.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So tell us, what is Blow Cayman? How it came about?
Well, Blow is exactly what our clients at the nail bar requested. It is literally a salon that belongs to their clients. We listened and we brought it about, and we had to do everything exactly the way they wanted. They literally gave us word for word. I need this, I need that, and exactly what we did. We just listened to our clients and gave them exactly what they asked for.
Now, when did you open the doors of Blow Cayman?
The 4th of December, believe it or not too long ago. Last year, 4th of December.
And what has the feedback been like thus far?
It's been slow, surprising, but it's picking up. So we're getting a lot of feedback. They're enjoying the atmosphere. That's the first thing everybody, says, oh my God, it's so beautiful in here. The water is gorgeous. I mean, if you know the area, you'll know how beautiful it is.
And that's why I'm going to ask you. Yeah. People probably can't find you. They're hearing about you now. They may have liked you on Facebook. I just did.
Yes.
But where is Blow Cayman?
It's located right by the 7-Eleven. I don't know if you know the little tiny 100-year-old Mr. MacArthur's store on the beachfront.
I know it very well. Best tuna fish sandwiches in the morning when you want to cheat.
You bet. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, it's between them and Burger King. We're literally sandwiched between them both, right on the water side itself. So you're overlooking the ocean. You're not across the road or anything. You're on the ocean side itself.
So it's nestled between the best of two evils, Mr. Arthur's and Burger King. I think the glass blowing place used to be there.
Exactly, the old blowing studio. Exactly.
Yes. So explain a little bit about the main areas that you specialize in at Blow Cayman.
Believe it or not, skin. It's funny because we're supposed to be doing more hair and everything else, and we do have the normal wash and blow dry that everybody has. We're trying to keep our prices super low that you can just kind of run in. You can make appointments really easy, and matter of fact, you can start from 7 o'clock in the morning for those. Yeah.
Yeah, who want to come before work?
Exactly. So you can schedule an appointment from 7 o'clock in the morning till 9 p.m. at night, Monday through Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 5. You can walk in any time from 10 o'clock because we're there definitely from 10 o'clock, but you definitely have to schedule an appointment. Give us 24-hour notice. And, we're getting a lot of requests for facials, massages, and, of course, we started off with the blow drying, but a lot of facials lately, which is surprising.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're more conscious.
Yes.
We're more conscious holistically.
Definitely.
Now, do you offer any kind of hairstyling for special occasions such as weddings and so forth?
We definitely do. We've got a great staff members, Anna and Leslie, that can take great care of you. They just love to do this stuff. They sit down with Barbie dolls, I call them, big Barbie dolls all day long, playing in here. They could tell the passion behind them. So, yeah. Come in anytime.
Now, it was interesting when you heard your hours of operation. Was this something that came about from the feedback you took from your customers to operate that type of flexibility in your operation hours from the nail bar?
Definitely. Like I said, we listened, and everything is all about what our clients have actually requested. So, yes.
Now, I noticed, going back to hair, I notice a lot of bright accent colors that are trending. Are you seeing this request?
Believe it or not, the island is finally catching up to the U.S. when it comes to certain things. And yeah, we actually we're getting a lot of, I want that yellow with the orange tint here. And I'm like, really? And it's happening, and you just have to go with the flow. Because, I rock the same do all the time, the most boring person. I take pride in just healthy hair. But I'm even thinking about it myself. Really? I was looking at the teal myself. So yes, actually, funny enough.
We'll follow you on Facebook and we'll see what that looks like.
Definitely.
Maybe you encourage me a little bit to go a hint of blonde. And somebody's saying, no, they will not do it. Now, with the beauty industry so saturated here in the Cayman Islands, what do you think are some of the most important factors in relating to your client base and being competitive?
Service. We are all about service. I literally tell anybody, I will do anything for you while you're in my doors, because we work hard, and we deserve to be pampered when we do spend our money. Mm-hmm. So the minute you walk through my doors, I am about waiting on you hand and foot. We try everything in our power to make sure you're happy, you're comfortable, and your services is at the best. We do everything, There's nothing. We carry your shoes. We do everything.
Nice. For someone who hasn't pulled the doors of Blow Cayman, give us an idea of what is to be expected when that person actually just walks in there.
I would definitely think the ambiance gets you right away. As you walk through the door, you can't help but realize, how fresh everything feels. I know a lot of different places are new and they've got fresh and stuff like that. But we kind of not only put in that, fresh feeling, but I kind of wanted to go back to our roots a bit, and add a little bit of a textured Cayman style to everything. So a little bit of nautical, a little bit of brick, a little bit of everything. So when you walk in, you feel like you've stepped back a little bit in time, but still has that modern twist and freshness about you. I just believe that Cayman needs to remember that we're still Cayman.
Exactly. And on the front patio, nice chairs and I think some palm trees.
Yeah,
See?
definitely.
See?
Definitely.
See?
We definitely got the palm trees out and the chairs out so far.
I did not know that was you, but I was admiring just the landing, to be honest with you. I'm a sucker for landings like that. Now, a salon marketing plan is critical to business success. Getting one's communication right. So how essential is it to communicate clearly, consistently, and frequently in keeping customers informed?
I always believe, less is not more when it comes to information. The more is definitely better. Even though somebody might get tired of seeing a post from you, but it's good to educate. It's good to let them know what's happening in our doors as well as what's happening around. So we have to do a lot of research. We have to do a lot of, of course, we're always looking for something new. We're always out there educating, trying to get into the next class, if you know what I mean. So,
right.
We have to keep on top of and abreast of everything. So marketing, informing, it's constant. It's every second. It's not even every minute.
It's a delicate balance because you can market, you can have the best branding out there, but if your staff just doesn't have the skill set or know how to use the products,
exactly,
it's no good.
Exactly.
So even training is of paramount importance.
Definitely. I mean, when you're at the beginning of opening a business, like we're very new, as like I told you, so you try to work out all the kinks at the beginning, but after you kind of get in that little groove and you kind of get your
momentum going.
Yeah, definitely. You start to weed out what you have to weed out. And, of course, you put in the training. Everybody gets comfortable. They're not fumbling all over themselves anymore.
Right.
But I believe in training. And matter of fact, I believe in training so much that we do classes on a regular, even for other salons.
Okay.
So, we have a class coming up on the 4th of August. That particular class is for nails specifically. But we hope to do ones for the hair. These classes, I'm not even trying to just do a little certificate myself. We actually get them out of the Hollywood, Florida's Institute of, Beauty and stuff like that. There's an actual a person that I have to take out a permit for, can you imagine, to come down and certify our guys. So they're getting an accredited,
Excellent certification.
Yes,
and
exactly.
This is for different product lines, styles, techniques,
It's between both. It's between introducing products as well as different techniques, as well as learning the industry. We have quite a few students that are actually signing up for, the nails, and I'm hoping to get them into hair as well.
Okay.
Sci-Fec students, different
so you're a
students.
part of the...
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. Good for you.
Thank you.
You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner, as we put the spotlight on our first guest this morning, Below Cayman, speaking with owner Miss Shahini McLaughlin. Again, this would not be possible without the kind sponsorship of Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. After these few messages, we'll be right back.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, sponsored by Cayman National Bank. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
Radio Cayman is government-owned. Radio Cayman's first broadcast was in Easter of 1976. We officially began broadcasting in December of the same year. We used to end our broadcast day at 11:30 p.m. and signed off for the night. Years later, we began broadcasting 24/7. Radio Cayman is a hybrid of community, public, and commercial radio. Radio Cayman offers news, talk, and music. And our sister station, Breeze FM, which was started in the 80s, offers music and news headlines. Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman's historical facts vignettes are proudly brought to you by Cayman National, with branches on all 3 Cayman Islands. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs.
When you need stability, think Business of the Year.
Considering a new career opportunity, think Best Place to Work.
When dependability matters, think Outstanding Workforce.
In need of a reliable financial partner, think Bank of the Year.
When you seek excellence, think Cayman National.
No matter how many accomplishments we achieve, we always set the bar higher. That's why we are the most awarded bank in Cayman, and we are proud to be your
2018 Bank of the Year.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. It is my pleasure to put the spotlight and hear more about Below Cayman, a brand new salon. Well, opened 6 months ago. I can't believe that already.
Can you imagine?
6 months, it's half of a year, Shahini.
Yes.
And I'm speaking this morning with owner Shahini McLaughlin, who's also the owner of the Nail Bar. So if you recognize the name, yes, she's into hair, skin, nails. They're not located in Caymanian Village. They're actually off North Church Street, right on the waterfront, nestled in that little building or 2-story building between 7-Eleven, Mr. Arthur's, and Burger King, but it's on the seaside.
You got it.
So it must be a beautiful, calming.
It is.
When you sit down, be it to get your service or while you're getting your service done, and you have beautiful views of the Georgetown Harbor.
It's gorgeous.
That in itself has set the stage.
Trust me, you feel like you've arrived when you're inside the treatment rooms, just looking at the ocean side and the ambiance and having a robe on. I mean, it does it for me every time. I mean, I try very hard to get into a little massage at least once a week. Those girls are tired of me, I'm sure by now, but it is just gorgeous.
But you know the benefits of that. And as a business owner, you kind of wonder, when do you get time to take care of yourself?
It's not easy, but you got to try.
We were talking off air that you normally hear things after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
How do you juggle your personal life and actually being an owner of not one, but now 2 businesses and some?
Oh, boy, it's not easy. I can tell you that. Probably why I'm not married again. So, yeah.
Hey, gentleman out there, she's single.
Oh, wow. Well, like I said, it's not easy. You tend to make your work be your life. You know, I love my clients. And it's fun to come to work. It's not one of those situations where you're like, you feel like you're at work. You definitely feel like you're having a great time in, you know, having these great conversations with people, and you get to know people very well.
Yes.
So,
and it is an environment that you normally want to come and relax, and you just build this relationship, this bond with your stylist, your masseuse, and it is quite common to build that, and those bonds and friendships go a long way.
It does. Some people say it lasts longer than marriages.
Oh my gosh!
I whisper. I didn't say that right.
No, you didn't. No. Now, what do you see are the most sought after services that people are asking for? You did mention facials, but I've also had an opportunity to look at your Facebook page and saw where there are a lot of captions of people with natural hair.
Yeah, we
actually
have a lot of people come in to do. We're trying to, of course, promote the natural ourselves, because we use a lot of organic products, as well as we use organic material. We grow a lot of plants on the site itself.
Really?
Right on our back patio. There's a little garden that we have with papaya and aloe, and one of the best aloes, by the way. I live by it. So we pick and treat. We do a lot of treatments here, natural hair treatments, and we've been getting some success rates. We've been actually hearing a lot of people who have been coming to us for a few months now, that are telling us their hair is healthier, their hair is, you know, getting a lot better. So we're kind of getting known for that part as well. And I like to promote healthy.
Excellent.
I definitely like to promote healthy.
Now, when people say that they tend to go natural, not realizing that it comes with a lot of work.
It does.
There's breakage, there's constant treatment, and if you don't manage that well, your hair can get matted.
Definitely. There's a lot of treatments you can do at home. I mean, a lot of people try to do, they think that they're going to able to do stuff at home. But you got to understand the reason we call ourselves professional. You know, we study everything, and we know there's a difference between just putting a little topical cream on your hair and it actually working for you, because a lot of people don't realize that everybody's different and you might need a different treatment for every single situation you're in. So you yourself should seek help with somebody that knows the industry and knows exactly what to do, because what's the sense of saying you want to go natural and you want to have all this great luscious, you know, hair if you're not going to achieve it on your own. So sometimes coming in really helps, and we can show you what to do at home to kind of maintain. So, you know, definitely a lot of work in natural. A lot of people don't realize it, but it's a lot of work in natural. You don't just get to get up every morning and say, you know, I woke up like this. So,
now, should people make appointments? You prefer?
Well, when it comes down to the facials, of course, massages, it's a treatment room. So, of course, because you have to book the room, we prefer appointments. However, you don't have to. You can walk in at any time. And we try to have as much staff members on, and we're growing every day. So it's getting better and better. Like we've got a couple more new staff members on, so that we can take care of. But you can make appointments, like I said, from 7 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to make an early morning appointment, so just give us a call at least 24 hours in advance.
And I'll ask you to share your location, hours of operation, and contact details with our clients at this time, listening audience at this time.
Sure. We're there Monday, literally through Sunday, every single day of the week. We're never closed. We start from 10 walking. You can book from 7, like I said. We close at 7 walking, but if you want to book till 9 o'clock at night, you can. So if you want to head out to that party and you want to look nice and fresh, hey, don't hesitate to give us a call and we'll be there for you. We've had a lot of it so far and we're fine with it. Trust me, it's working.
Or if you've had an early Friday,
You bet.
And want to look like the queen stepping in for the second one.
Hello.
Definitely call you.
We live one life, We need to make sure we take care of ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that.
We're going to take our final break for the morning. This is Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. It is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. We'll be back to you after these few messages.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Water Authority Cayman wishes to advise its valued customers and the motoring public that the eastbound traffic along Rex Crichton Boulevard will be diverted to Chime Street, heading towards Shamrock Road, today, Thursday, 18 July, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. to facilitate planned works. Traffic signs will be posted in the general vicinity, and all motorists have been asked to drive with caution to ensure your own safety, as well as that of the Water Authority staff. The Water Authority appreciates the patience and understanding of its customers as it undertakes these roadworks and do apologize for any inconvenience caused.
Summertime is when Cayman Airways is full of people at travel to Jamaica. If you're late for checking your flight, you will lose your seat. Remember now, check-in time for Cayman Airways flight is 2 hours before departure. Make sure you're not late.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz that is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. Keeping the spotlight on our first guest this morning, Blow Cayman, and hearing more from owner Ms. Shahini McLaughlin. Now, what advice would you offer to young people listening who may be thinking of a career in the beauty salon industry and even the spa?
I would definitely say education. Education is definitely the key. You definitely want to be abreast to everything. You don't want to go in there thinking that you can just open up a salon or a spa and it's just going to work out. A lot of people fail for that reason. Don't give up. Don't go in there with the idea that it's going to be all fun and games and it's going to be easy. You're going to work harder than anybody else in there.
Tell me about it.
Be prepared to mop the floor and sweep the floor.
Yeah, and be proud doing it.
You bet. It's yours. It's your company. And you should always feel happy about coming in the door and doing anything it takes. And that's the best advice I could give anybody else. I can tell you, oh, well, you got to do this and you got to do that. But let me tell you, when it comes down to a business, hard work is definitely the key. Education is definitely the key.
How important is money management?
I believe
this
you
is
must.
The business side of it now.
Yes. Give yourself a salary. Don't expect the money in the business to be your personal account, because trust me, if you do that, you are going to fail. You live probably less than everybody else. You know, you're going to find yourself eating Roman noodle soup. Not that I'm saying anything's wrong with that, but, more than you can imagine, because you have to make sure you maintain that budget at all times. So if you're going to maintain a good business, you have to put the money back into the business. You can't spend it foolishly at all.
What would you say for even those business owners who tend to look at employees as just what they are, employees? It comes with mutual respect.
You're going to fail, believe it or not. My staff members are amazing. I love them to death, and I show my appreciation on a daily basis. My son is also, he's not here today, but my son is also trying to get into management. And, from the outside looking in, you probably think that, oh, I'm walking around bossing everybody around, when it's far from. And I'm trying to teach him now that, and he's learning slowly but surely, that it takes, a team. It's all about teamwork. You have to pretty much listen to them as well, because if they're not happy, they're not going to make your clients happy.
What lessons have you learned from being the owner of Nail Bar and now you're owner of Blow Cayman, that you have may have tweaked. We all stumble along the way as entrepreneurs, business owners. What lessons learned? Have you avoided any unnecessary pitfalls in this new venture that came to you head on in your first venture?
Don't doubt your first opinion of something. Literally trust your gut. If you say this doesn't seem right or this person doesn't seem right, don't hold on to them hoping, because it can cause problems. So if a person doesn't seem to be a proper fit for you or your clients, don't hesitate. I used to try, and it caused me a lot of headaches. And I realize now that it definitely, you get those people that are passionate about their work, and you definitely want to keep that. And that's definitely what I look for now, a person that's passionate for their jobs. I don't want to have somebody walking in the door and they just want to get a paycheck. I want somebody that loves their job completely. And that's the one thing I'm looking for with Blow.
I have a dear friend who constantly says we women never trust our gut.
No.
Enough.
No. We need to.
And we need to listen to ourselves a lot more.
Yes, definitely. You're, got to understand that even the businessmen, their women are usually right behind them, helping them along the way. Very few women have the backup that men have.
Yes.
We are usually alone in our business ventures. So be proud of yourself and trust yourself, because believe it or not, you've been doing it all this time.
Anyhow.
Exactly.
Now, moving forward, what can we expect from your company? Any plans for additional services?
Definitely more services. We're trying to get more into like I said, the skin, and we're doing a lot more. We're trying to get certified by the government with all the different certifications and everything, because I'm really looking forward to some of the stuff I'm learning about getting skin regimens, like changing the way that we look at skin on this island. Definitely want to get more into the education side of things, do more classes in-house. We have the room for it, so why not? Those are the things I'm focusing right now on. So definitely hair, we carry a lot of great products and stuff like that. We are Alpha Par Salon. We carry all the natural stuff like I told you before. And we try to stick to as much natural stuff as possible.
You want to share any information as it pertains to Nail Bar, even though we've put the spotlight on Blow Cayman?
Well, like I said, the only thing I would love to share, because I really want people to get involved, is the classes coming up on the 4th of August. We have the instructors coming down, Swarovski instructor coming down. That's so exciting. An actual certified Swarovski instructor.
I'm into bling.
Oh my gosh.
But I won't take your class.
Even if you just like the products and just to come in and purchase, because she brings products down to sell and stuff like that through our salons. And we also have like the polygel, which is the newest product on the market right now, which anybody has allergic reactions to acrylic, that's probably the best way to go. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. It's a shorter time period to apply, and it lasts pretty long. So I would say definitely the classes, if they're interested, come down. You can register with the nail bar itself. Ask for Mario. It's only $100 fee to register. The classes are between $400 to $1,200, depends on which class you're taking.
Right.
The basic one-on-one, which is learning to do nails, it's a lot longer class, and of course more involved in learning, and that's the most expensive one, but you can do a combination of all.
And let our listening and viewing audience know the contact details for registering for that class, and also you can share your contact details again for Blow Cayman.
Yeah, you can contact us at 525-HAIR or 525-4247. We literally answer our phones. We are always making sure that we're there to answer questions. You can get us on Instagram and Facebook. I'm always on the phone answering questions and on Instagram and Facebook. So don't hesitate to ask, no matter what time of day. I'm up all hours of the night. I'm convinced I can't sleep. So you can ask me those questions, and I'm always willing to share information.
Well, Shahini, it has been a pleasure speaking with you, and thank
you
for allowing us to put the spotlight here on Radio Cayman's Business Buzz Blow Cayman. All the best to you.
Thank you.
And whatever good things
Not a problem.
come your way.
You guys are in the wrong industry. You guys should be literally in the television industry. You got to see her, guys. She's beautiful. So
thank
the hair,
you.
the nails,
Thank
everything.
you. YouTube is streaming, so let's hope the word is out there. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Stay tuned for much more of Radio Cayman's Business Buzz after the 8 o'clock news and weather update, when we'll be putting the spotlight on Pink Duck Publishing. Over to you, Susan.
Thank you, Sabrina. And studio time by Price Right is 7:59.
Right is Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore, making your dollar go further with huge savings and no membership fees. Get more of the things you use every day at the right price. But it's not just grocery and health and beauty. Priced Right has a full range of products from office to automotive, patio furnishings to kitchen appliances, and even electronics. And since warehouse prices mean savings for you, everything is priced right at Priced Right, Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
Access to information. Your community. News and information. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. Water Authority Cayman is advising the motoring public that the eastbound traffic along Rex Crichton Boulevard will be diverted to Chime Street, heading towards Shamrock Road today from 10 a.m. until 2. This is for planned works. There will be traffic signs in the general area, and all motorists are asked to drive with caution to ensure their own safety as well as that of the Water Authority staff. Speaking of the Water Authority, they have welcomed a new round of interns participating in the summer internship program. Radio Cayman's April Cummings has more.
A total of 21 students will participate in the authority's 2019 summer internship program, which enables students to get hands-on experience in a professional environment while introducing them to the variety of careers that are available in the water and wastewater sector. Cayman Water Authority Chief Human Resources Manager Pat Bell says they're really pleased to see the high level of the program. She says water and wastewater management is an essential service and professionals are needed in the industry. She says the program offers students the opportunity to learn more about an industry in which there will always be demand for workers in a variety of jobs and careers. The interns will be working across the authority's various departments, including finance, customer service, water resources and quality control, IT, operations, human resources, and engineering. April Cummings, Radio Cayman News.
To learn more about the requirements for the authority's Work Experience program and to download an application for the 2020 Summer Internship program, visit waterauthority.ky. A Department of Labor and Pensions employee receives the Chief Officer's Choice Award for May. Radio Cayman's Keely Ebanks has more.
Labor and Pensions Inspector Angela Maduri is being recognized for her achievement in one of the 5 strategic goals outlined in the 5-year strategic plan for a world-class civil service. She says it feels good to help people and is humbled and thankful for the recognition.
I get pleasure out of knowing that if there's an infraction or if the employee is disenfranchised and not being paid, that I'm able to assist them and give what is due to that individual. I feel good to know that I've done something to help individual who's not able to help themselves.
As a Labor and Pensions Inspector, Ms. Maduri enforces all provisions of the Labor and National Pensions Law. She also recently received the Rising Star Employee of the Quarter Award from her peers. Reporting for Radio Cayman News, I'm Keely Ebanks.
Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Danielle Yawowiecka. An arson attack at an animation studio in the Japanese city of Kyoto has killed at least 26 people. Eyewitnesses said a man entered the building, poured petrol on the floor and shouted "die" before setting fire to it. Police say they have detained the suspect. The Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe called the blaze too appalling for words. Britain's economic watchdog has said a no-deal Brexit recession could cost the public purse more than $30 billion a year. The Office for Budget Responsibility forecasts that GDP would fall by 2% by the end of 2020. Iranian television says the Revolutionary Guards seized a foreign tanker in the Gulf on Sunday. The report says the vessel was smuggling 1 million litres of fuel. There was no mention of which country it belonged to. The Red Cross says this year's harvest in North Korea will yield half of what had been expected because of a drought. It's warning that rates of malnutrition are already rising and is appealing for extra funds. The captain of a German-run charity vessel is in court in Italy to answer questions about whether she aided illegal immigration. Carola Racketa docked the Sea-Watch 3 in Lampedusa last month, carrying 40 rescued migrants in defiance of orders from the Italian authorities. Instagram is introducing a trial in which the number of likes a post receives is hidden from other users. It's being rolled out in several countries, including Australia, Japan and Brazil, and comes amid concern that interactions on social media can contribute to feelings of low self-esteem. And a man in France says a picture of his amputated leg has been used as a warning on cigarette packets throughout the European Union without his consent. The man, who's originally from Albania, said he only found out after his son bought tobacco in Luxembourg and noticed similarities. BBC News.
Access. Information. What's happening in your community? News and information, music and more. You can find us. www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
There are plenty of reasons to be a Logic customer. There's lightning-fast internet connectivity. There's the great overall customer experience. And now you can improve your Wi-Fi connectivity with Logic Boost Wi-Fi for free. With Boost, you can extend your freedom to stream, game, and download seamlessly anywhere in your home, like your patio or your underground lair if you have one. Sign up now for any Logic Bundle package and get free Boost Wi-Fi for a limited time. Visit logic.ky for details.
Summer means sunscreen, a lot of it. But this year, you can make the reef-friendly choice in sunscreen. At Healthcare Pharmacy in Governor's Square and Grand Harbor, you can find Ocean Potion and Australian Gold Botanical Sunscreen. Ocean Potion is reef-friendly, oxybenzone-free, antioxidant-enriched, and contains no added parabens. Australian Gold is also phthalate-free, hypoallergenic, and was not tested on animals. So make the right choice in sunscreen this summer with Healthcare Pharmacy, Governor's Square and Grand Harbor.
The Weather Report is proudly sponsored by Super Stitch Sewing and Fabric Center, your one-stop household store at 39 Passador Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
New stock has just arrived at Super Stitch. Now don't take my word for it. Drop by and see for yourself. Fresh off the boat, we have loads of fabric, vinyl upholstery fabric, fabric for cushions, outdoor fabrics, and dress fabric. That's not all. Super Stitch has sewing accessories and craft items. Included in the new shipment, you will find sheets, comforters, throw pillows, bath mats, rugs, and curtains for every room in your home. Super Stitch, 39 Passador Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best price in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
Pleasant good morning. Let's take a look at what's happening with the weather. Current temperature is 84 degrees. Relative humidity is 83%. Barometric pressure 30.00 inches and falling. The wind is southeast at 8 knots. Overnight low temperature was 81 degrees. Synopsis indicate isolated showers along with light to moderate easterly winds and seas are expected across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours. Due to a weak ridge of high pressure north of the Caribbean. The forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of early morning showers and possible thunder. Temperatures will be in the low 90s. Winds will be east at 10 to 15 knots and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Forecast for tonight calling for partly cloudy skies becoming cloudy at times with a 40% chance of showers and thunder. Temperatures falling to the upper 70s tonight. Your winds will be east at 5 to 10 knots and seas will be slight with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Today's high tide will occur this morning at 10 minutes past 10, low tide this afternoon at 4:18, and a high tide again tonight at 11:11. The sun will set this evening at 5 minutes past 7 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:58. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Saturday morning.
Superstitch Sewing and Fabric Center was the proud sponsor of the Weather Report, your one-stop shop for all of your household items, craft items, jewelry, beads, and decorations, and much more. Call Superstitch at 949-2833 or email customer care at superstitch.com.ky.
New stock has just arrived at Superstitch. Now don't take my word for it. Drop by and see for yourself. Fresh off the boat, we have loads of fabric, vinyl upholstery fabric, fabric for cushions, outdoor fabrics, and dress fabric. That's not all. Superstitch has sewing accessories and craft items. Included in the new shipment, you will find sheets, comforters, throw pillows, bath mats, rugs, and curtains for every room in your home. Superstitch, 39 Pasadora Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best price in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
Top of the morning to you once again. Looking at traffic. Traffic flowing moderately on North Sound Road. Busy traffic on Crew Road. Steady but flowing traffic on Shamrock Road and the Linford Pearson Highway. And traffic also steady but flowing on Hulta Avenue, Thomas Russell Way, moderate flow of traffic. Godfrey Nixon Way and Easton Avenue traffic is flowing pretty good, as well as coming from the Westway four-way stop. On Owen Roberts Drive, no issues there as traffic is light. And that's very latest on your traffic. Join us again. At about 10 minutes after 12, we'll update you traffic-wise. Have a good morning. Buckle up.
Traffic congestion is bad for your mental health, bad for your wallet, and bad for the environment. Did you know that Cayman's carbon emissions per capita are nearly 4 times that of Europe, according to worlddata.info? Empty car seats are a wasted resource and contribute to traffic congestion. Carpooling is socially and environmentally friendly and can save you up to $1,000 per year in fuel and upkeep. Visit the Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure Facebook page for more tips on energy-efficient commuting and be an energy advocate.
Summertime is when Cayman Airways full of people are travel to Jamaica. If you're late for checking your flight, you will lose your seat. Remember now, check-in time for Cayman Airways flight is 2 hours before departure. Make sure you're not late.
Hi, my name is Neraya LeBlanc. I am the minister and evangelist to the West Bay Church of Christ on 24 Batabano Road. I would love to take this opportunity to invite you to experience God's family at West Bay for yourself. We are a caring congregation that strongly believes in reaching out beyond ourselves to spread the gospel of Christ. We also take great pleasure in ministering to the needs of our people in our community. As God's called out kingdom people, we are in the business of transforming lives for the Master's use. For more information, you can visit our website at westbaycichurchofchrist.org or call us at 946-9294 or 917-1809.
Declaring the word of the Lord.
Cayman Islands Church of Christ presents Word of the Lord.
Word of the Lord. Heard Sundays at 6:30 p.m. on Radio Cayman.
We are Radio Cayman, and this is how we wake you up in the morning. Praise time on Radio Cayman.
Sing your praise to the Lord. Come on, everybody, stand up and sing one more. Hallelujah, give me praise to the Lord. We are united in Jesus Christ. We are the soldiers of the Lamb.
Praise time.
Weekday mornings from 6 until 6:30.
There's a meeting up in heaven. Roll call. He's a name in the Lamb's book of life. Roll call, brother, sister. Roll call. If you don't stop shouting, if you don't stop dancing, we're going to put you out of our church.
Praise time.
Jesus in the morning, yeah.
Weekday mornings from 6 until 6:30.
Your song flowed through my lips. Your work moved through my hands. Your thoughts stay on my mind. Live in me.
89.9 Radio Cayman helps you to weather the storm during this hurricane season.
One of the most crucial elements of hurricane preparedness is storm awareness. During the season, it is of utmost importance to pay attention to the latest local weather forecasts, as hurricanes do not suddenly form or strike. There are various methods of advanced notification. Utilizing such may be the difference between a favorable outcome and disaster. Both television and radio serve as excellent mediums with up-to-the-minute storm path information in the wake of a hurricane. Another method of tracking a hurricane may be only arm's length away. Your smartphone or tablet can be your most valuable tool before, during, and after a storm, providing countless numbers of apps with crucial hurricane information. Many apps allow you to track storms with moving radar and satellite imagery, plus offer alerts, current conditions, forecasts, advisories, and even video.
This hurricane preparedness tip was brought to you by your community radio station, Radio Cayman 89.9 FM.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Good morning and welcome to the second segment of today's edition of the Business Buzz right here on Radio Cayman. Today's topic is all about publishing as we learn more about the publications of the Cayman book, Your Cayman, and Bunks. I'm pleased to welcome in studio with me Miss Catherine Willman, owner and also in charge of sales at Pink Duck Publishing. Again, the Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. Welcome, Miss Willman, and it's a pleasure to have you on our show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Now, give us some background on Pink Duck Publishing.
I founded Pink Duck Publishing in October of 2017. It was originally NSN Cayman, which was a publishing company owned by another company. I then closed the company down for a couple of months and decided that we wanted to rebrand the company, rename it, and make it a more kind of modern, forward-thinking publisher. And that's what we did. So we changed the name, Pink Duck Publishing, made it a bit more creative and fun, and then came up with the three different brands, the Cayman Book, Your Cayman, and Bounce.
Okay. Now, what is the core? What is the core mission of the company and what it's like operating a publishing business?
The core, business operations is that we work with the Department of Tourism and CETA, which is the Hotel Association, the Tourism Association. And what we're trying to do with the Cayman Book and Your Cayman is to provide kind of beautiful magazines that tourists can use while they're here on holiday or while residents have guests visiting the island, to use to have maps, useful business listings, obviously stunning images and nice editorial history about the Cayman Islands. So I think we've achieved that with those two books. And then the third magazine that we have, which actually launched only a month ago, is Bounce. And that's targeting female residents here in the Cayman Islands. So I think we've managed to get the message across with the three different publications that we produce. But then also a massive part of when we relaunched the company was the digital side, as we're aware that people are now going into more digital focused for publishing. And so the three websites that we've got, thecaymanbook.com, yourcayman.ky and bounce.ky, have also kind of helped with that, with social media and things as well. So
now tell us about your team at Pink Duck Publishing and that, behind the scenes, make it all happen.
Yeah, so we have, there's a team of 8. Joanna is our editor. Joanna has been on the island for over 15 years, so has got lots of experience. She's kind of the person that puts together the whole production and operations of the magazines. Then we have Ian, who's actually Caymanian, and he started off with us at the beginning of last year as our intern, and then is now a full-time writer with us and researcher. We have Amy. Amy is in charge of all things digital and does all of our digital marketing. Then we have myself, I am in charge of sales. So when advertisers approach us to do sponsored features or they want display adverts, they come to me. Then we have Lewis. Lewis is also Kimanian. And he is in charge of distribution. So the good thing about having Lewis and Ian in the roles that they are, being Kimanian, is obviously Ian can help us with local knowledge, but Lewis is great because he's from here, so he knows all the local spots to take them to. And then we've got Jana, and Jana is my Kimanian business partner. So Jana has come from a publishing background as well. She's actually worked for the same company that I used to work for many, many years ago. And now kind of takes more of a back seat, but she is actively involved in the company and is often at kind of our editorial board meetings as well.
How essential is it for Pink Duck Publishing as a brand to earn the loyalty, friendship, and confidence of their readers with a publication that speaks to them one-on-one about what they're interested in?
I think it's very important for people to obviously trust us, and it's important for us then in turn to get the loyalty back. When people are paying you, in some cases thousands of dollars to advertise, it's important, number one, that we get the message across correctly, that we're doing it in a nice way, that it's nice to look at as well as informative. And the friendship and obviously confidence of our readers is then that we get testimonials, that people then start following us, that they use our website and that they find our products and services valuable. So it's really, really important that every step of the publication process is followed correctly, so that essentially everything that we put out is correct information. So yeah, it's super important from the second that I sign the contract right through to the second that they open it and say, yep, you've done a good job.
Now, are the books free to the public?
Yes, they are. The Cayman book is inside of hotels, mainly found inside hotel rooms. So not many people will have seen it out and about, because it's not a book that, unless you're a tourist, that you would probably pick up. Your Cayman people definitely will have seen. It's available in supermarkets, car rental agencies, the airport, and then Bounce is also free, and that's one that's targeting the female residents, as I said earlier. So can be found in nail salons, hair salons, the gym, doctor's surgeries, places where all us girls like to go. Not saying that people go to doctor's surgeries, but
Now, tell us a little bit about the bread and butter of publications, such as your three publications, Bunks, the Cayman book, and your Cayman.
Yeah, so basically, in order for the three publications to be published, the bread and butter essentially is making sure that people do trust us, which is going back to the loyalty thing, and that they will purchase advertising space with us. This doesn't necessarily have to be a standard display advert that you might see, for example, on the back of a magazine that Rolex might buy. This is also the editorial content inside that people will buy, such as a sponsored feature. Sponsored features are really important throughout all of our publications, as well as display adverts, because then people are paying us to actually promote the business as opposed to a particular product or service, and allowing us to come in and 9 times out of 10 write a first person experience. So if it wasn't for the advertisers and the local businesses on island, allowing us to write about them, come and take pictures, and then create artwork and advertising for them, then we wouldn't be able to go to print.
What are the paper characteristics that affect cost and printing? And what are the key elements that are critical in publishing books and magazines?
Yeah, so I think the most important thing to me is actually the paper quality. So it was quite interesting when you said that, that one of my main things for the Cayman book was that it's a luxury coffee table piece. And when I approached some brokers, some paper brokers across the States and in this country as well, I said I want a really, really luxurious front cover as well as a high quality stock for the inside of the magazine. And that goes for all three of our publications. I think that a lot of people do base one of the senses is touch.
Yes.
So it's really important that obviously it feels nice to touch. So the main thing that affected our print cost actually was the paper this year, especially for the Cayman books. It's got like a satin finish running through the front cover. Also got nice silky pages on the inside. And then with Bounce, it was really important because Bounce's main focus is about living your best life. We wanted to make it a bit greener, so we went for recycled paper that's also waterproof, and that was super expensive. But the outcome,
just imagine.
yeah. But we're really happy with the outcome, and a lot of people have commented and said, the paper quality is pretty high. So that's not going to change. We're happy with that.
And once your customers are, and they're getting the mileage from advertising in your magazine.
Yeah, exactly.
It comes together quite nicely.
But we do get emails from tourists, and people have picked up the book saying, what a stunning job we've done, and essentially that this is going to be like a souvenir that they can take away because the photography is stunning.
Yes.
And there's a lot about the history and culture of the island in the magazines as well. So that for us is really important. But a lot of people have commented and said, what beautiful paper quality. And I'm like, yep, see, it was worth paying that extra bit of money.
How often a year do you publish?
Okay, so Bounce actually goes to print twice a year. That comes out the end of April and the end of October. And this was chosen. The reason why we chose those 2 months is April, obviously, we're just getting over January. People are then getting ready to... Well, I think it takes a long time after January, people, New Year's resolutions, etc. So we wanted... it to come out in April to then see through the whole way through the summer. And then October, obviously going through to Christmas, the New Year. And also as well, because of its target audience, we made it twice a year because we wanted it to be as up-to-date as possible with the latest fashion trends, beauty trends, products, etc. The Cayman book comes out once a year. It comes out in November. And Your Cayman comes out once a year, and that comes out at the end of December.
How many copies average are printed?
Yeah, so with Bounce, because Bounce is obviously brand new, it was a pilot issue, and we printed 10,000 copies on this initial print run. We're going to see how this one goes. October, currently, we've got 10,000 paid for that we want to put through print. It could increase. We're not sure. We want to see how it goes. The Cayman book, we printed 15,000 copies. And I think we're probably going to stick with 15,000 copies for this year as well. Your Cayman, we printed 65,000 copies this year. However, we are looking to increase that number to 75,000 this year. It's an extremely popular book. What we have seen is that the airport are getting through quite a lot more, which I think is...
That's good.
Probably, down to the fact that the airport now has that new beautiful area, and the girls actually up there are amazing. They're doing an amazing job for us because obviously they help us get the message across to tourists as soon as they enter the country, which is what we want. So definitely going to be more copies of Your Cayman next year.
Okay. You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner, as we put the spotlight on our second guest for today and hear more from Pink Duck Publishing with Miss Catherine Willman. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about readers' feedback, despite her going a little bit into some reviews that she's gotten, and we'll try to delve into the latest issues. Also, outlets where you can find these magazines, and we'll also get into the way social media and different other social media platforms has been aiding her for brand awareness and so forth. So keep it locked to the Business Buzz for more after these few messages.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery. Cayman is going to Carfesta 2019 this summer. Get a sneak peek preview of all performances we'll be doing in Trinidad. 2 weekends only at the Hartwell Theatre. Music and dance shows on Saturday the 20th of July and Sunday the 21st of July. The touching play, Downside Up, written by Frank McFeel on Saturday, July 27th and Sunday, July 28th. Tickets are just $25 per person per show. Purchase at Foster's Airport and Strand, Funky Tangs, Healthcare Pharmacy Grand Harbor, the CNCF office, and online at eventpro.ky.
The Breeze Fusion is back Saturday, November 2nd.
Bigger and better.
Now featuring a 5K walk run and a 10K run for half marathon trainers. Join the fun and help raise funds for the Central Scranton Park and the NCVO. Save the date or register now at CaymanActive.com or at Radio Cayman Studios. Registration is only $15 if registered by September 30th. And all early registrants enter to win a Cayman Airways voucher.
The Breeze Fusion 5K, 10K walk run.
Saturday, November 2nd.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, keeping the spotlight on Pink Duck Publishing with Miss Catherine Willman, telling us more about life in the publishing industry. Now, share with us some details on how the company, through websites, social media channels, is effectively increasing brand awareness to nurture brand engagement with your readers and so forth. How has that played?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a massive, massive part of our company. Obviously we're a print publisher, but when I did purchase the company, a lot of feedback that I had received from working at the previous publishing company is that not enough was done for digital content. So that is why I got Amy on board. And essentially what we did was we created 2 really high-end kind of live platform websites which allow each user to go in onto each company's page. Each company has its own individual page, but then also for our clients, it's amazing because they can treat it as their own page. So they've got back-end access to our websites. And the great thing with the websites and the social media is that we've seen an increase in followers. So we've seen that more people on the island are actually using the products as well as tourists. And it's great for us to be able to give feedback to clients because it's so difficult. And I get asked this question on average once a week. How can we track print publishing? Well,
yes,
you can't track print publishing. There's no physical way to track it unless somebody comes in and says, "Hey, I saw this advert in this magazine, and can I purchase this product?" But if it's something like a restaurant, for example, that conversation probably wouldn't ever happen. Mm-hmm. So it's really great for us to have the links on each page that people can actually click on the call to action and then see if, they book a table or they want to see how much the prices are, mm-hmm. or they want to inquire about a hotel. So it's really, really helped us, and it's only going to be increased over the next year. So watch this space.
Okay. What features are included in your current Bunks issue that readers will find interesting, you feel?
With Bounce this year, what we have done, because it was a pilot issue, we've put kind of a bit of everything in there. Mm-hmm. So we've put some beautiful recipes in there so that people can follow those. They can use them in their house if they're entertaining. We've got some features on local products, so beauty products that you can get on the island, such as creams, lipsticks, suntan lotions. Then we've also got some feature articles on some of our clients. So, for example, Island Naturals owner Lindsay tells us her top spots, her top items, that mm-hmm. she would recommend people to purchase in store, why she'd recommend to purchase them. And then we also have another feature for Novo Clinic, and that's about their dermaplaning service that they do that people might not know about, mm-hmm. and might think that sounds scary, it looks scary, and I guess it's just telling the story what actually happens in the service. Right. So yeah, lots of interesting fun features. I won't give you too much,
okay, because we want you to grab either that electronically or definitely pick it up off the shelves, which please tell us what outlets where can people get your publications from?
Yeah, sure. So Bounce can be read online on bounce.ky. We've also got it in some local cafes, such as Island Naturals, Conscious Cafe. We've got it in some hair salons, some beauty salons, such as The Salon, Studio 54, Polished. And then we've also got it in some of the doctor's surgeries. I'm trying to think where else now.
Well, I can tell you one. You can drop some at the main entrance of Radio Cayman Studio.
Yeah, definitely will. And you girls can have fun reading it later
That's
on.
right. Now, what kind of feedback have you received from your readers thus far?
We've had such amazing support and feedback, not only from people here on island, residents, clients, but also from tourists as well. And although it's lovely to have the support of people that live here, essentially our target audience is tourists for the Cayman book and for your Cayman. So it was really important when we get these emails and we get these, comments from people. We had one email just after the magazine had gone to print, actually in January this year, saying that it was such a beautiful souvenir that they could take it home, that they could show their family beautiful pictures of the Cayman Islands. And then for your Cayman, I was actually in Little Cayman doing some work. I was doing some work in Little Cayman, and I was sat next to this lady that actually was one of the founders of the education system here in Cayman. And she was chatting away to me. She was an older lady, and she was telling me all about her life experience. And she said to me, "This little book is so useful, and when I have my grandchildren come and visit from the States, I'm really excited to show them this, and then they can use the maps for school projects and things like that." And obviously that's not what the book's for, but it was quite nice that, she was saying that it was the most useful magazine that she had had. And then only this week we actually received an email from a local writer on island, and she said that she was in 7 Mile Clinic, the surgery, waiting for her doctor's appointment, and she said, "I'm so pleased that for once my doctor's appointment was running behind because I picked up your book."
I could put it down.
Yeah, and I couldn't put it down. And I actually stole the copy from the surgery to finish when I got home. So I was definitely going to replace that copy. But it was nice that she had said that she couldn't put it down. So really, really happy with all the feedback and the support that we've received.
Good for you. And that comes with hard work and dedication.
Yes, yeah.
What keeps you motivated and inspired to continue?
Definitely keeps me motivated is my team. Although I'm in charge of sales, I actually have very little to do with the actual final product and production of the publications. I'm aware that, essentially I wasn't a publisher when I left university. When I first went into work, I was in finance. So I do rely heavily on my team, and I feel that I do have the best team on the island. I've got such a team of talented people. Unfortunately, I have just lost one of my team members, but she was a lady that helped me actually start, I guess, the rebrand and everything. And I think she was a massive motivation for me originally because she put my concept to life. She created something that I could only see in my head and actually
couldn't execute.
Yeah, I couldn't execute because it's not my forte. But it was quite nice that she was able to do that. And then with Joanna and Ian, it's amazing to see their words and their ideas actually then put onto paper. And then I guess now with Amy, it's great because I can see everything coming to life digitally, and that's how we get our feedback, and that's how we can track it. And Tyson, actually a local resident who owns Oasis Water Park, he had said to me only last weekend, I saw him out socialising, he said, "These reports that you're sending, they're amazing. Such good information on how many people are actually then booking to come onto the water park, and how many people are actually going onto the website. You've done such an amazing job." And it's things like that and kind of the feedback that I get on my staff that makes it all worthwhile. So yeah, definitely the staff that is motivating me, and the lovely comments and feedback that I get every day.
I have to go here. What's next for Pink Duck Publishing?
Well, funnily enough, we didn't win 2 awards that we were nominated for this year, but the fact that we were even nominated for awards is amazing. Mm-hmm. I've actually been shortlisted myself as well for Manager of the Year at the Stingray Awards. So get
Congratulations.
Get your tickets at CETA. That's something that will definitely motivate me, and that's probably what's next, is that we're going to try and get some awards under our belt. We're going to see how Bounce goes for this next issue. Bounce.ky at the moment is a landing page, but when you do go on there, you can enter 2 fantastic competitions that we've got live. So ladies, get on Bounce.ky to enter. But that website is coming out in October. So that's what's next for us, is get some awards under our belts, definitely launch the next website. There are a couple of other things that we are working on at the moment, but I can't talk about them yet. But definitely follow us on social media, Pink Duck Publishing, to find out what's next.
Okay. I think we're going to take our final break for the morning. When we come back, we'll hear more about Pink Duck Publishing and what's in store, because succession planning, running back office, and just keeping your own sanity plays a role in a successful business. We'll get Miss Wellman's point of view on that when we come back.
Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Always be prepared and ensure your family is provided for. Cayman Insurance Center specializes in life, property, motor, health, and liability at the most competitive premiums and affordable rates on island. Call Michael Webster today at 925-5433 for life insurance, or Denise Brown at 814-7229 for property insurance. Call them today for all your insurance needs.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you.
This week at Kirk Home Center, eliminate clutter and maximize space with Closet Maid's 9-cubicle organizer for $69.49. Perfect hair and makeup anywhere with Revlon's portable lighted vanity mirror for $39.99. Give your home a new look with gold exterior latex primer, 5 gallons for $99.99. And enjoy summer nights outside with an easy-to-assemble gazebo with mosquito netting for $157.49.
Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz that is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Give them a call, 949-6211, and also by Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. Our second guest this morning, I'm pleased to put the spotlight on Pink Duck Publishing with Miss Catherine Willman here telling us more. Now, you bring to your organization finance background.
Yes.
How do you juggle just obviously something that you enjoy now coming out of finance and going into publishing, and you're seeing the success of this business? How do you juggle both and even make sure that you're on par with knowing how important bookkeeping is for the success of the business, not commingling funds and so forth? How are you able to do that?
It's been really, really hard. It has been very, very difficult. Coming from a finance background, the type of finance that I did, I was looking after other people's money, never my own. Mm-hmm. And it's funny that you said it, actually. A lot of people have said, oh, but it's so easy running a company for you. Actually, no, it's very stressful because I'm now dealing with my own money.
And you see how far it can and cannot go.
Yeah. And it's easy to make decisions on behalf of other people. When I'm making the decisions myself, I'm finding that those decisions are a lot more difficult than I had originally anticipated. We've had our struggles this last 18 months. It has been, there's been times when there's been a lot of money in the account and I've been like, great, let's go and sponsor some things. Let's get some advertising for our company. We've been absolutely fine. And then there has been months where it's been like, right, this is going to be really difficult this month. We've got to cut back on a couple of things. So I think for me, the first year has been a bit of an emotional roller coaster for me personally, but also a massive, massive learning curve. It's it is hard to run a publishing company because there's a lot of outgoings that people don't even know about.
Yes.
Paper being one of them. With printers, especially when you are a new company and a young company, a lot of the printers will say, great, so you have to pay up front. Well, most people that advertise with me know we only take a 30% deposit, and then the remainder of the balance either then gets put through a payment plan or after the publication has been printed. Well, this obviously is a difficult challenge because then when the printers want all of the money up front, that's
you've got to make up for that difference until you recoup yours.
Yeah, as well as running the company, paying for the office, paying for my mortgage, paying for my life, and my staff. So it's definitely been very challenging. I have found it quite hard. And I'm not going to say it's easy. I would recommend to anybody to open a company, definitely, but do a lot of research on your outgoings and cash flow because
it's interesting that you've gone there. And this is something that I have been speaking to a number of my guests recently, having the real talk when it comes as business owners and the challenges that we face, which will lead me into your opinion on this. Do you feel that there's enough being done to assist small businesses, or there's a lot more education that could be done on handling finances? Because this even goes from in the homes. We're seeing so much business folding, and it doesn't matter what industry. It looks as though there is some serious problem with cash flow. Now, is it something that we're doing wrong? You're coming out of finance. And you're feeling it. I've been in business now going 17 years, and I'm feeling it. What's wrong? Why isn't our cash going the distance that it should be getting us when we're all using the same currency? These are talks that we also can assist, maybe bring a more awareness, get a group of like-minded people around a table and have the real talk. You're not my competitor when we're talking about how we run our business. We actually pull strength from one another. I would love to have someone like yourself back on for being young in the business. And we've spoken to some other guests who've been in the business for 30 odd years.
Well, having my finance background and being at quite a high level of finance, I actually thought that this was going to be the easiest part of running the company. And maybe I thought that I'd had this real talk with myself.
But it's the risk.
And essentially it's been the complete opposite. The everyday stress of running this company. I mean, as I was telling you this morning, I don't actually feel very well because I think a lot of the time I've become so stressed that I haven't been able to sleep, or, you know, I've just been overwhelmed with anxiety going into the office the week before payday. Is everyone going to get paid?
You're not alone.
And
this is where we encourage one another. You're not alone.
So it's definitely something that I personally don't feel that there is enough support and help, not just on the island, but
in general,
for
small businesses?
I think that when you open a small business, when you apply for your trading business license, I do think that there should essentially be like a group that they say, hey, you know, I don't suppose you want to come and have a chat with us before you get this trading business license. And by the way, this is what's going to happen. And I probably would have been one of those people that would have said, no, I'm fine. I'm fully aware of how to run a company. I know how to manage millions of dollars, blah, 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 blah. Then when somebody sits down and says, actually, not when it's your own money. I have not found it very supportive on this island or in general, even online, because people are too afraid to talk about it. I am not ashamed to tell people that we have had months where we've really suffered as a company, but also me as well. You know, I bought a beautiful house the week that I bought the company. So that maybe wasn't the best idea. But again, I thought I'm in such a strong financial position. I've just bought a beautiful house. I've got a new car. I'm about to buy this company. This is great. A year and a half on, I can't sleep.
Reality hits you. The reality hits you.
And although we're kind of not at the stage, you know, the company is doing well and I'm very, very proud of our success. I do think that, you know, especially now as a lot of young people are under pressure for all sorts of other issues, you do have to be aware.
There is a teething phase
Yeah.
in going through, and the more information and resources that are out there that can prepare you for that, despite you having it in your mind that you can do this. This is reality. This is the real talks. Department of Commerce and Investment also has persons there that are able to give you advice and guidance, whether they need to ramp that department up a little bit more, the Small Business Association as well. Again, whether there's a lot more that they can do. We're hoping that conversations like this, the Chamber of Commerce as well, we're hoping that conversations like this and with we getting that roundtable discussion together, that will make them look into it some more, because there's a lot more that can be done. And I don't know if it's pride or you're ashamed to make people think you're not failing.
Yeah.
Where have I gone wrong? Because we're not old to own up, okay, we've made the mistake. Maybe your mistake is the fact that you purchased that home and purchased a new business, not prepared for what? They said the 7-year rule?
Yep.
That was 2 huge investments.
Yeah.
Now, these are things, if you had proper guidance, maybe you would have kind of eased the throttle back a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, but at the end of the day, there are successes in being entrepreneur. We don't want to kill that dream, that spirit of you owning your own business. We're just saying real talk, be equipped, be supportive of one another, and that's why it's good to keep a lot of the business local.
Yeah, 1,000,000% agree. Another issue that I think it isn't just about money. I do feel that there should be more support for young people that are buying their first company or are starting to manage or own their own investments. Because one of the things that I think pride probably did get in my way last year was saying, you know, I'm fine. It's okay to not be okay, actually.
Yes.
And
just own up, have the conversations.
Yeah. And I've definitely had to have that conversation, especially with my parents. I've called them a couple of times in tears and been like, this is so overwhelming. I can't do this anymore. I don't want this anymore. I just want to get rid of it and come home. And just being able to say the next day, okay, I've had my strop. I've had my meltdown.
Yeah.
I'm fine again now.
Moving right along.
Yeah. And I would be interested to know if other small business owners were interested in meeting, because it would be good to just sit down and say, yeah, I'm not okay. I need some support and help.
And you're not looked upon negatively at all.
Yeah.
Now, in the world of publishing, where do you see this going with competing different apps and all that sort of stuff? Do you think printed media will always have a place?
Yeah, I mean, obviously people are saying that print is a dying phase, but I disagree. I think that, you know, a lot of people, yes, you can look on your phone, you can go onto Google, but sometimes it is nice, especially when you're on holiday or vacation, as you guys say, it is nice to be able to just sit by a pool and read a book. And a lot of people still do that. Aeroplanes, hotels, when they're sat at home on a Sunday afternoon, come back from church, eat your dinner, what to do. Sometimes people don't just want to sit and watch television or be on their phone. It is nice to go back to basics. So for me personally, I don't feel that it is dying. Yes, it's not as active as it was 10 years ago, but it is definitely, you know, definitely needed. We definitely need to realise that it's still a sense to touch something. And, you know, Kindle kind of came along a few years ago and people were like, oh, wow, it's a new way of reading.
Yes.
I have a Kindle. I do like it, but I find it strange that I'm not turning
touching
a
and
page.
Smelling yes.
So, yes, we definitely have recognised as a company that digital is moving forward. Our websites are very, very kind of forward thinking. We chose not to do an app. One of our main competitors has an app and we didn't feel that there was a need in the marketplace to compete against them. Their app is great and I wouldn't want to really compete against that, to be honest. The websites, however, are a necessity. Websites, obviously,
of course,
people need to use them. But interestingly enough, we actually got an email about a month ago from a lady in America saying, I've come across your website and I'd love to know how to advertise my property in the Cayman Islands that I own. It's on Airbnb. How can I get it onto your website? And so I called her and we had a chat and I told her and I said, can I ask how you found my website? If you're based in Fort Lauderdale, what made you go on to yourcayman.ky? And she said, oh, I picked up your book in the airport when I was leaving the island. And I looked through the book. I thought it was great. I saw that there was a website. So I decided that
reach out through that way.
That's how I wanted to do it, because the book wouldn't be right for an Airbnb rental. So I was like, great, okay.
What would you like to leave with our listening audience and viewing audience this morning? And what would you like them to take away from this conversation?
That Pink Duck Publishing is new, we're exciting and we're fun. We'd love to have everybody start following us on social media. So Pink Duck Publishing, The Cayman Book, Your Cayman and Bounce. Go and take a look at the bounce.ky website today, because there are 2 amazing competitions, one for Harmony Aesthetics and one for Le Visage. Also that we would love you to go on to yourcayman.ky. There's lots of local event information and promotions for residents. And also, I guess one of the things that I found most interesting and nice to talk about today was that it's okay to not be okay when you own a company. And it's okay if anybody wants to reach out to me and discuss all things business, I'm fine with that. But business is doing great. We're really happy. I have an amazing team. And thank you for having us.
Sure, it's a pleasure. And at least this is one time we're here to showcase your product and services, but you're going with a greater takeaway. More confidence.
Yeah, definitely more confidence, yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Willman, for being on our show, and thank you for allowing us to put the spotlight on Pink Duck Publishing. All the best for you, and we hope that we see good things on the award ceremony and the awards coming up.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We'll be following you on Facebook for an update. It has been a pleasure, and all success to you.
Thank you.
We want to thank our listening and viewing audience for their continued support every Tuesday and Thursday right here on Radio Cayman. It would not be possible without the kind sponsorships of Cayman Medical Supplies. Give them a call, 949-6211, and also from Cayman Insurance Centre, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. Until Tuesday, I want to thank our producer, Susan, who's also manning the boards this morning. Have a safe and fabulous Thursday.
Shaken yet standing firm. This is Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.